So as predicted earlier on, guys, we are going to play in this year's African Confederation Cup. We're going to play today the first round, or the primary round. Nothing really exciting, but we do have some transfers, so let's get straight into that.
This is one man's journey, a journey which will see him travel the world in search of the unattainable. Some say it is impossible, and he has more chance of Taylor Swift removing that restraining order. Who will he meet? Will he handle a strange cuisine? And how many times will he be sacked this time? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Hexagon Challenge 2.
And yes, I noticed that I tilted my head. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. But guys, nonetheless, let's stop talking about my. I can't even speak. Let's stop talking about my mannerisms and let's get straight into what's happened. We're going to quickly go straight into the schedule. You remember last episode was the 1-0 win, a huge win against rivals and biggest club in Egypt, Al Ahly, and we beat them 1-0. The whale scoring. I was over the moon. You remember that episode? I couldn't believe it. Kind of like speechless a little bit. Couldn't believe we actually won. Really happy. We then followed that up with a game against someone Plutonium, I guess to make petrol, and if we got beat 2-1. It wasn't a good performance at all. I don't know what happened. I think we'd been on a set with 7 matches unbeaten in a row. Al Ahly was losing this match as well. They was losing their match at the same time, and I thought, this is it. We're going to go 4th now. We're going to cement our place in 4th. Ismail were going to drop out. It was great, and we lost. So it didn't really help that Al Ahly had lost as well. We'd lost, so it didn't really make any difference. Disappointed, but then we went away for the whole friendlies. Like I said, we're going to go for the friendlies, and while the Africa Cup of Nations took part, as Algeria wasn't in it this year, they weren't qualified for some reason, so I didn't have any games with Algeria, but I made some transfers through that window, which we'll get to in a minute. And then we've just played literally 5 minutes ago a game against a team just below us on points, in the position we're in 5th, they're 6th. So a bit of a close game, and as you can see, we was 2-0 up. Really happy with that, and well, pretty happy. You know, you're winning 2-0, you're pretty happy. A man that I've been looking at, Maurice Kamgang, a Cameroon striker, managed to score a brace. He scored his first from a free kick. He's a fantastic free kick taker. He's great. He looks fantastic. He doesn't really want. He wants to leave to a bigger club. He's available for £75,000, which is his release clause. Throughout the window, I've been trying to bring him in, but he doesn't want to sign for us. He feels like he needs a bigger club than us, which I can understand that. He is probably better than this level, better than Egypt. He can probably do a job in well, he could do a job in lower league Premiership, I think he could. He looks absolutely fucking fantastic, but I couldn't bring him in. He scored 2 against me. We got a point. I was not happy. But we'll get straight into the fun bit, transfers. I said a couple of people probably will believe. We was aware of Massad being tapped up by Chinese clubs. We was aware of probably Hassan leaving. Neither of them players have left. A good player has left, a very big player. It is the man that was nicknamed by one of you guys the Whale. Yeah, he's gone. I mentioned last episode. That he wasn't happy with the depth in defence, which we was working on. So he was out of contract in 6 months at this point, and he wasn't interested in signing a new contract until we'd improve the defence. And Shandong of China come in with about £200,000 at first, and I thought, oh, no, you're not having him for that at all. I then noticed there was a release clause of £500,000, which he's gone for. So I didn't want to sell him, even though his contract was up in 6 months before. I'd rather him go on a free than lose him right now. So I rejected it. Then they come back immediately with the £500,000, and obviously it was powerless. He's gone to China. He's immediately valued at £4.6 million. He's on a just under 70 grand a week wage. He's down as a key player. He was their key player, but they just brought in Franco Rubels from Argentina on loan, and he's not their key player, but he was their key player at the time. So I'm sad to see the Whale go. he managed to get 100 goals for the club. He's been here his whole career. 29 behind, I think, the leading scorer for the club. If he'd have stayed with me, I reckon in 2 season and a half he could have gotten 29 goals. He's a fantastic striker. Was just starting to find the goals for me. Really starting to find the goals for me. What can you do? It's one of them things. We move on, right? Other than that, it's just been a couple of loans. Bamber gone out on loan. I said that was going to happen. Maggie, another youngster with huge potential, has gone out on loan. Another while. He's gone out on loan as well. Inns, did we show these? We showed these, yeah. This man here, to kind of replace... No. Not replace the whale. Totally different player. Search for a striker. I've just mentioned Cam Gang. I always say your foreign players, for me, should be your really, really, really good players or really important players. And in my book, usually I prefer them to be strikers or attacking midfielders, just because I think you really need that quality. So Sharif, I don't know what we're going to call. I don't have to call him Chief Ben because of his name, right? Just I know it's Sharif, but just call him Chief Ben or Sharif. I don't know. I'm humming and hawing about both at the moment. But I was looking at him. He's Algerian. Yeah, he's not come from MC Alger. He was a player I was looking at while at MC Alger. Also a player I was looking at bringing into the Algerian squad. 20-year-old, a towering striker, 6'3", strong as a fucking ox, can jump, can head the ball, a perfect target man, and that's what I wanted to play with at this club. So my idea was to have another target man in. So Stanley be the main target, Sharif here be the backup to Stanley for now. Maybe improve in the years to come. He's only cost us what, £88,000, which is nothing. I wanted Cam Gang. I really wanted Cam Gang as my third foreign player. It just didn't work out, so Sharif was bought in. I just knew I weren't bringing Cam Gang in because I was talking to him and he's just saying I want 15 grand a week. I want 16. I don't want to go below 16 grand a week. I want 16 grand a week, but all these stupid offers, these stupid clauses, which the board were going to give me, so it was just out of our hands. Unfortunately, we couldn't bring him in. And the last player we brought in, I think we brought in 5 so far this window, only obviously 4 being mine, this Bamba being brought in by the other manager, is Ayman Ahmed. And he was bought on transfer deadline day, another striker, kind of to replace the whale. I've decided now to go with 2 up front. So we needed 4 strikers, and he's going to be back up to, what's he called now? Sorbet. So Sorbet is actually going to be first choice striker on the left hand side, being left footed and being the poacher that we want, and this man is going to be his backup. He's just playing his debut today on the last game, actually scored on his debut, missed the penalty though in that last game, but I like look at him. 26-year-old, he's cost us what, 40k, something like that. Great finishing, look at that, 17 finishing, determination, great mental stats, technique 14, natural fitness is just really good. He's not very fast, which is fine, but one of the things I've tried to bring in, good leadership as well at this club so far, is really determined players. A lot of the players are professional players. That's the mentality of this squad, and I want to kind of slowly improve that or change that and become a determined team. Because that's teams that really can. That's why I think we were so good at MC Alger, because a lot of them were determined and warriors that wanted to just win, and we achieved so much at MC Alger in the Confederation Cup and the Champions League, I think, because of their nature, and that's what I want to kind of change at the club, because we've rolled over in that game, and I think we've not got enough players that were just true grit. Personally, that's what I'm going to go with. It could be my shit tactics. It probably is my shit tactics. I don't know, but we are going to play a very, very, I'm going to shoot myself in the head here, very, very easy game against SMAS Kalom of New Guinea. Not New Guinea, it's just Guinea, and it's not New Guinea. Papua New Guinea's in, it's just Guinea of Africa, obviously, and it's going to be pretty easy. I'm expected to win this. I think this is not I think if we win this, then we go into the first round. So there's like 3 more games until we get to until we get to the group stage of the Confederation Cup. So we're not usually playing. It's been a while since I've actually qualified or had to play the Premier League first round. So we're gonna start with today's tactic on today's team, which is Traore in goal, Mansour, Saeed, Mossad and Hamid is the back 4. Hassan again playing in that ball-winning midfielder role. Adel, Fatih and Farok. I still can't pronounce that. Nickname for this man, please. And up front, Stanley and Sorbet. I think that is what we're going to go with. I've already selected it, so I can't really change it. No, doesn't matter who we're playing. They better not be a problem against a team like this. They better definitely be up for it. I'm going to make sure they are by being assertive. I expect to win. I'm not expecting them to go out there and just dilly-dally around. Play football. Win the game. You know, we are at their ground, which is always... I don't see it as an advantage or a disadvantage. I don't really see it. It shouldn't be a hard game for us to win this. But I'd never see the home or away as an advantage, really. It's always a bit of... I don't know. It depends. But here's Stanley now, playing as a target man. I'm thinking my attacking midfielder, who's Fate in the middle map, attacking playmaker, advanced playmaker, whatever, I might switch him to attacking. He's currently on support. But Sorbet in behind now. Terrible strike from the 18-year-old. Not the best finish. Not the best finish at all. Fate with the ball, running at the defence. Monceau picks it up. Adele again. Keeping the ball well here. Keeping it pretty well. We're going to use one of the flanks though. Fate. He's finally used the left back. Ball into the box. And somehow it has been cleared for a... Oh, it's gone for a goal kick. So it was one of our players that knocked out. So it's twice they've been poor misses. We're not creating many chances. We're having a lot of the ball, but I think we're struggling. Sorbet has neatly put that past the goalkeeper. We have had 17 shots in the first 40 minutes. They've only had one, and one on target. We just need to kind of convert our chances. I'm just looking there. We have had 3 clear-cut chances and 1 half chance, 4 long shots. Possession-wise, we're not... We are playing long balls. But Sorbet, nice little finish there from the youngster. Hopefully he can go on and achieve quite big things, just like the Whale did. Maybe he can achieve huge things. That is a fantastic finish. That is what I want from Stanley. I really want Stanley to hold the ball up. He's not the natural target man, but he can do it. Beautiful little ball across there. And Sorbet, it's the first time smack, and that is off the post. And it is 2-0 just before half time, and that is pretty much over, let's face it. No disrespect to our opponents, but that is pretty much over. And we can probably cruise through now. Again with... Just keep it up, yeah? Keep it up. Again with Champions League football and Confederation Cup, whatever. The registering, again, it's... I brought new players in this window, as you know, but... I could register the players at the beginning of the transfer window, which I think it was like the 4th or the 5th of January, and the window didn't shut until the 31st or the 1st of February, whatever it is. So the new players I brought in after the 5th, I couldn't register. So again, I can't register any more players again now until next January. So it's just a little bit frustrating for me. I didn't make any changes. Why did that? How long was I talking then? Why did that just skip by? Okay, I didn't mean to do that, but nice victory, well done. No one's injured, we should be all. We've got away with it, I think, but we have won very comfortably, 2-0. That should see us into the next round, no problem whatsoever. Zamalek, I'm still getting that pronunciation right and wrong. 2-0. Sorbet with the Man of the Watch award after a very poor shot early on, turned it around, and like I said, 19-year-old now, must have just got his birthday. Well, he has 3 days ago. Looks a good player. Hopefully he can go on and achieve kind of what the Whale did. I'm hoping we need someone to take on that role now from him, and I'm hoping he can do. So hope you have enjoyed this episode, guys. Maybe it's been a short one, I don't know, I've not looked how long it's took to record yet, but thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. Hope to see you in the next episode. Take care.